Hello all, my name is Ayush Jain and I am an alumnus of IIM Lucknow. And I welcome you all to yet another episode of Success Stories of iQuanta Toppers. Today we have got Charchil Jain with us. Charchil Jain को हम Charchil इंदौर भी बोल सकते हैं. Charchil ने अपनी स्कूलिंग भी इंदौर से करी है, अपनी अंडर ग्रेजुएशन भी इंदौर से करी है और अपना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन भी अभी इंदौर से करने जा रहे हैं. So let's hear directly from Charchil about his journey of CAT. Charchil, how are you?
Yeah, I am good. So I hail from a business family in Indore. As you mentioned earlier, I've completed my schooling and undergrad from Indore as well. Currently, from last month, 1 year, I was working in an analytics firm in Bangalore. So that's it from my side.
Great. So how did you think about appearing for CAT? मतलब, what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah, so as I was not in an IIT or an IITN, so I was not able to get a placement or amount of money which should I get from a job. Okay. So due to which my motive was to grow in a career that much, or so my career get a boost. So I opted to go for CAT and started my preparation after that.
So you mentioned that your motive was money for appearing for CAT. So just a personal question, but महीने में आप अभी कितना कमा रहे थे?
It is only 23 to 24k.
And you were staying in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Did you used to save any money out of this?
No, nothing. It is like around 20k spent in on the necessary things. And if we do party and all that, it will go to the negative side of this.
Oh my god, so that's really interesting. So how much percentile did you score in CAT and what were your sectional scores?
Yeah, so I scored 99.38 percentile. So it is around 90 percentile in VARC, 99 in Quant and 99.9 in DILR.
That's really great. And how did you prepare for CAT? I mean, what are the strategies that you followed? What were the learning platforms you used to visit? So what was it?
Absolutely. So I started my preparation in the same time last year, June to July. So initially I joined the iQuanta group, which is like one of the most wide group or have the most number of aspirants. So I used to follow the groups and I can see that a lot of people are posting different types of questions, and the students who were opted for iQuanta were able to solve that questions in very less amount of time. So that fascinated me, and then I opted for the batch 2 of iQuanta. After that, I followed the strategy suggested by the Indrajit sir. I used to follow all the classes, and after that follow definite pattern. Used to take the mocks and take the guidance from sir and analyze the mocks properly, and this helped me to score this much percentile.
And where did you get to know about iQuanta?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I was just started my preparation, so I was searching for different platform which can help me stay motivated, and all the students, so there could be a peer-to-peer learning. So iQuanta was the best for it, so I enrolled for it.
So I think a lot of people are very skeptical about online coaching. So what are the benefits that you found of online coaching against the traditional offline coachings which are there in the market?
Yeah, so there are a lot of benefits for online coaching. So as I am a working professional, I will say that I can visit the class at any point of time. If I get a time in night around 2 to 3, I can visit the class as well. So that was very much beneficial for me. If I am not able to understand any concept, then I can also revisit the class. Second point was 24/7 doubt clearing. In offline coaching, what generally happens is there is a fixed time slot on which the faculty will be available, and at that point only you have to clear your doubts. But in iQuanta, 24/7 doubt clearing sessions are there. I can pose the questions and within minutes the doubt can be clarified.
That's really great. So I think Charchil, you mentioned that you scored 99.9 percentile in DILR section. So I think that is one section which is a nemesis of a lot of people, and a lot of aspirants face a lot of difficulties in this particular section. So what is the approach that you follow to tackle this particular section?
Yeah, so I will start that initially every subject had some basics. So I practice for the basic sets like arrangement and pie chart and bar graph, all that thing. After that, I used to solve the past year CAT questions and mock questions, because for DILR there is no specified book or something which we can follow and ace in the CAT. So I used to solve all the diversified sets from past mocks, and even I used to follow the sets posted by different students in iQuanta. So after some amount of time, the sets which used to come in the mocks or even in the CAT were repetitive for me. So it was easy for me to attempt and crack that set.
That's great. So you mentioned that there are no books for DILR specifically.
Yeah.
So what material do you think should one follow? Let's talk about all the sections. For Quant, Verbal and DILR, what is the material that you went for?
So I will start with the VARC.
Yes,
so
sure.
for VARC, I used to read about the different articles or different zones of reading. So this helped me to understand the essence of the passage or what author or poet want to say.
Right.
So firstly, we should read about different zoners. After that, you can go for RCs and parajumble and all that thing. And analyze that part, that why you are eliminating any options and why this is not correct. You must understand, like generally what happens with every aspirant is they can eliminate two options easily,
Right.
and then it like 50-50 luck side.
True.
But it's we should not go with the luck. We should identify which is correct and which is not correct. Then I will go with the DILR section. As I mentioned earlier, past mocks and past CAT questions are the best source of DILR, so we should follow that. After that, quant. So quant, we can divide the strategy chapter wise. There will be some chapters which we are good at, and there will be chapters which we are not good at. Like for me, probability PNC part was tough for me, so the shortcut provided by sir was very helpful in that. So we can divide in that manner and practice those sections which we are weak, and then see how much we are improving in the mocks.
I think that is one thing which would be really useful for all the aspirants who are preparing for CAT. So Charchil, what were the challenges that you faced while you were preparing for CAT?
So one of the challenge which was that like a timing hour of my office, it was like around 12 to 12. So after that, when I come back to home, my flat, it was around like 1 in the night. So it is very difficult for me to prepare after that. So daily I used to prepare 2.5 hours in the morning, and the main part of my preparation was on weekends only, where I used to attempt the mock and analyze. So time management with work life is like one of the toughest part during my preparation.
So coming to the mocks, as you mentioned, so what do you think is the importance of mocks, and what is the ideal number of mocks that an aspirant should appear for?
So mock is the like most important thing, because only the theoretical preparation is not necessary for the CAT. You have to decide how should you attempt the mock or the test within the 3 hours of time. So I have attempted around 30 to 35 mocks, and after that you must focus on every section, how you should ace that section. If your one of the section is not good, like suppose in the last CAT, I will take the example, VRC was bit tough. But when you go out of the VRC, you should have a fresh mindset. You could not let one section destroy the other two sections as well.
Right.
So that's the mindset we should go for mocks.
And what is the ideal number of mocks that a person should appear for?
I think 30 plus mocks should everyone give, because like in some mocks our scores are not that good. We have to identify what are our mistakes, then after that we have to improve in the other mocks. So at least after 10 to 15 mocks we identify what are our weak sections and all that things. So after that we can prepare again and give 5-10 mocks more. So it is around 25 to 30.
Great. So I think you mentioned that you started to prepare somewhere in the month of June last year. So do you think that the span of 5 months is sufficient for a person to crack an exam like CAT?
Yeah, I definitely feel it is more than sufficient, because CAT generally tests our basic knowledge of all three sections and how we can manage our stress on the D-Day. So it's not like about the knowledge or we have to read all the books and complete the material. It is just about the basic concepts which we follow and how we can manage our time and stress on the decision.
Great. So Charchil, I mean, how did iQuanta help you in your overall journey?
So I will say it's like a guide. No, sir guided me a lot. He was a mentor who helped me to prepare my strategies, improve my score. Apart from that, the peer learning which I learned from iQuanta was great, because in iQuanta what happened was everyone was posting some tough questions which they are not able to solve. In this way we are preparing ourselves for the toughest CAT exam which can happen. So if the exam is easier, it will be very easy for us to score also. So this helped a lot. So I will say everyone to enroll for iQuanta and help join this coaching, so as to get proper mentorship, guidance and peer-to-peer learning.
Great. So Charchil, you already scored 99.4 percentile, but let's say that you get another shot at CAT. So what is one or two things that you'd like to do differently this time?
Yeah, so as the engineers, the general trend is like that VRC is the weakest for engineers, while quant and DILR are good. So I will try to improve my VRC score, because what I feel is that I scored 90% in VRC, while other were like around 99 plus. So if I score around 98, 99 in the VRC, then it will lead me to around 99.9 percentile. So I will try to improve on that in the next attempt.
That is great. I think that's really insightful. So just a last question for you. So what are a few tips that you like to give to the future aspirants? Because I mean, these are really challenging times. People are really worried about a lot of factors, a lot of external factors. So what do you think should a person do to calm himself and get on the right track to prepare for CAT?
Yeah, I will tell that it's not like that every aspirant starts from 99%. Every aspirant starts from 90-92, and then the preparation led him towards 99. Even my initial mocks, I was scoring around 90, 91 or somewhat that percentile. So it is like a journey of down and up. So you should always necessarily understand that we can't get demotivated. You should always stay motivated, prepare consistently, and try to focus on your mistakes and improve them in the upcoming mocks.
So I think consistency and hard work,
Yeah,
if I can
definitely.
summarize it well, are the two most important keys to achieve success in CAT. So Charchil, before we wrap up our interview today, so I'd be asking you 5 rapid fire questions. Yeah. The first one. So you spend quite a lot of time in Indore, and you'd be spending more time in Indore in future.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite food and favorite food spot in Indore?
I will say Sarafa, and favorite food will be the poha jalebi.
Great. And you lived in Bangalore for almost a year. So what are the best getaway spots in Bangalore?
Nearby it can be the Nandi Hills, and if you want to go for a long distance, it can be Ooty, Coorg and all that.
Great. And who is your favorite cricketer?
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli. And one thing that you like most about iQuanta?
24/7 doubt clearing sessions.
Okay. And last one. How many girlfriends have you had?
0.
0. Hopefully you get one in IIM Indore.
Yeah, that can be my motivation.
Yeah, truly. So that is all from us today. Thanks a lot, Charchil, for your time, and hope you best for your future endeavors. Thanks a lot once again. Thank you.